Hello everyone, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Oahu, not Waimea Bay, but I'm at Kualoa Park. Got Kaneohe Bay right behind me. Hey, you know, one of the things I want to talk about you is one of the best questions that you can ask for negotiations, and the sun just disappeared. Funny. One of the best questions that you could ask in the negotiations process is, what are you hoping for? Now, what that does is, when you say the word hope, it doesn't mean that they're going to get it. And what it does is it allows you to have a conversation with somebody. So when somebody says, hey, you know what, Scott, your price is too high. You know, and I'm shortcutting this process just for the sake of it being on video, and depending upon whatever industry you're in, you could change it up a little bit different for you. So somebody says, hey Scott, your price is too high for the widget. And I'd say, so what are you hoping for? And they say, well, you know, you're charging $1,000 and I was hoping to pay $950. Okay, if they say I was hoping to pay $950, that tells me that I have some wiggle room. But if they say, hey Scott, and it goes like this, Scott, your price is too high. All right, what were you hoping for? I'm only paying $9,000. All right, I'm at 10, you're at 9, how did you get to that number? Well, that's all I have. Okay, well now I know where they're at, but by me asking what are you hoping for, it reveals some information, and it's a lot less than, you know, what can we do today, what's going on, and it puts the person in negotiation mode. One of the things you have to remember in the sales process, there is a segment, there is a group of people that want to feel like they won. They want to feel like they fought a battle. They want to feel like they did everything they did to get a good deal. And I met this guy in New York one time, or New Jersey, I can't remember where it was, and he was telling me this story about when he buys a car, he goes and he fights with the people, and it's fun for him, I guess. He fights with the people and gets them all the way down to a price, and let's just say it's $19,000, and then he goes to pay, and then instead of paying cash, he never reveals how he's going to pay, and then he throws out a credit card. And he says if the salesperson doesn't freak out from him throwing a credit card out, then what he does is he gets upset because he didn't negotiate for the best deal, right? So there are some people out there who like to fight, and they like to go back and forth. And one of the things that they teach you in negotiation classes is to throw something ridiculous out there. If the product's for $10,000, they say to throw out $7,000, because most people are either going to try to meet in the middle, or they're just going to say yes and roll over for the person, and they're not going to know how to deal with it, which is one of the reasons why you should have your negotiation scripted, which is a whole nother story. We'll make a video for that. So here's the thing. What were you hoping for? What were you hoping for? What were you hoping for? Okay, so when somebody wants to negotiate with you, it's not what do you want, what's the bottom line, is this close enough, what are you hoping for? And throw it on their shoulders. Make them have to come to you with a solution. And you know, sometimes I go, so I don't know, your product's $10,000, you make me an offer. Okay, now just know that I'm only going to discount 3%, so I'm going for a $300 process and a $10,000 job. They tell me $100,000, I'm going to tell them a 3% process. I'm going to say $3,000 on $100,000. They say $1 million, I'm going to say $30,000, 3% on whatever it is. I'm not going to go for 5. I'm not going to go for 10. It's not going to be an even number. It's going to be something different. But by asking, what are you hoping for? You're getting some information. First off, if they say, well, I'm hoping for X amount of dollars, you have wiggle room. If they say it has to be X amount of dollars, you have zero wiggle room unless you know how to work with it correctly and make that process work. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. There's even the thumbs up sign, which means, hey Scott, your video was really cool. You can hit that also. Oh, and then you can send it out to all your friends. Stumble upon Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all those little buttons are right down there, and Google+, because I always forget that one. Scott Sylvan Bell, only Scott Bell with a Sylvan in the middle. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.